Hello everyone, it is time for Fitna, turn 3, scenario 1, the Syrian Civil War. Let's roll right into it. So I did look, one thing I need to explain. So it looks like the Joker cards are not used for the scenario, but it looks like the players should still get their Joker chit, which can be played once per game to gain, at any point, to gain draw 2 cards, including in the other player opponent's phase. So I have the Syrian chit down here. I don't think there would have been any time where either side would have really used it. I mean, maybe, I'm using the Turkey chit for the rebels, but maybe they would have done it for something to help hold on to Hama or something, for some extra assets, but even then, I'm not sure if they really would have. It's just maybe. So I have those to use for now, but let's roll into it. The Syrian turn. So they have their 3 cards. They could use the chit for more, but I don't think there's necessarily a reason to do so. Just because we have these humanitarian truce, I don't think would be particularly useful. Probably use that for points. Well, okay. This is kind of a weird move, but it is something that we could consider doing, which would be the humanitarian truce on Idlib, which would make it so we can't attack into the space, but they can't attack out of it either. And it would, at least temporarily, kind of neutralize the Free Syrian army. I mean, they'd have to move some units out, and they could, I guess, move into Aleppo, but there's a little period there where they really wouldn't be able to do anything. And again, how much would it really help? I don't know. Probably not that much, because it doesn't lock them into place. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a thought for a second, but it might actually not actually work. They don't have any armored units yet, but this might come in here. So I think what we're going to end up doing is no events. We're going to spend 4 these cards for 8 points. Because I think we're going to do a lot of offensive actions here. So let's see, how many units are we going to need to move? I definitely want to shuffle around a little bit of forces here, so that's going to be at least 1. I want to move them, so that's 2, 3. So that'd be like 5 units, 6. So I'd have to spend 3. We got 8 points, that's fine, and 5 offensives and 3 movement points. I think that's acceptable. Yeah, I think that's acceptable, so we'll do that. So then we go on to movement phase. These guys are all gonna move up to Deir Ez-Zor, sure. Then I think we're just gonna shuffle this around a little bit. Move them into Homs, I think. No, we'll move them to, it's just really want something. I want to make sure that the way to Damascus is blocked, so that if there was somehow the rebels wouldn't be able to just like run through here. And then so we got those, and then we'll move them up. Get a nice big armored fist here going on. Oh yeah, 876. Nice. 5309. Anyway, no. It's 867 anyway. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 1 more I could move around. I guess we'll just throw them into Latakia, because why not? Okay. Offensives. So 5 offensives. So I think I'm just going to have to leave these guys for now, because I really want to make sure. Well, it depends, I guess, how well things are going to go up here. So let's start with that. I I think first, well, let's push for Raqqa because I want to open up this flank to the rebels. So let's push for Raqqa. Offensive 1. Got 10, 12 attack. Ooh, these are not bad units. 12, so 12 attack, 6, 8. So it's a +4. There it is, here's the sheet. It's a +4. Pretty even fight. I don't think I want to use, I'm not going to use mobile artillery. I want to save that for Aleppo. So we're just going to go for it on this, the +4 here. Let's see. Roll a 3. That's going to be an exchange. So we each are going to lose 1 step. All right, so the 90th Brigade will take a hit, come back, and we can destroy, we'll destroy 1 ISIS unit. I guess we'll take them out. Okay. I mean, not a bad exchange, really. If we want to go one more push, no, let's see what happens in Aleppo first, and then we'll go from there. So let's push Aleppo. Or do we want to try to make the Kurdish player use a card to defend Idlib? No, they got pretty tough defenses there. I think we'll just go straight for Aleppo. So we got, where was I? Yeah, 3. So yeah, 8, 15, 21. So 21 attack power, but -2 because it's a city. So 19 attack power against a defense of 6. So it's a +13. Puts us over here. Is there going to be any asset cards deployed by the rebels? I believe yes. They will use IEDs. 2 column shifts for, yes, defense only. Actually, this is interesting. They can do it even if they're not played themselves. That'd be very interesting in a multiplayer game. 2 column shift on combat resolution table for all offensives, targeting the selected space this turn. Ooh. So that's really powerful. So we use the IED marker. It's around here somewhere. Here it is. IED. So this whole turn, Aleppo is getting a 2 column shift. Ouch. Ooh. Okay. So that would drop them to the +5 to +7. It's just not a terrible one, but still not great. Okay, well, they are going to use the mobile artillery for this one. Because they, no matter what, they would be -2. So this, oh, that's ouch. Okay, they're gonna try to go for a big push here because if they can still hit that like 6, it could be worth it. So we're gonna deploy the mobile artillery, the Syrians, and they're gonna push the 11 + 13 table, and they get the 6. That's huge. Oh, that's ooh. Yeah, okay, so defender surrenders, all defending units are eliminated in the replacement, blah, blah, blah. Attacker occupies into this. That is huge. Now we pushed everything to do it, but that's a lot of, that was a big deal. And we still have 3 offensives to do, which, I mean, I feel like we can just kind of run them over at this point. That was big. Oof. Okay. Let's just go right for it. We took it. Let's go right for Idlib. Yeah, so 21. This is a better defense, so it's a +11, which actually would put us at the same table. And I don't think there was anything. They're gonna have to. I think the Syrian, the rebel player, is going to deploy their chip and draw 2 asset cards because they need to figure out something to do here. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. The player controlling the Kurds benefits from calling. Okay, that's not really going to help. But the leadership, I think, is going to be really important. And I think the Syrian player is also going to deploy their chip to draw 2 asset cards because they want to finish the job. So they got Sam Umbrella. Cancels the effect of an aircraft mission. That's not going to help us. And then we got humanitarian corridor. During an offensive against a specified space, plus a unit quarter mark on it, the defending player considers any DR and DS results as DR. Well, that's not going to help us either. Damn. No help for the Syrians there, but the yeah, anyway, the they were going to play leadership to lower, drop that down to the +5 to +7 table. Okay, but it's only going to work for this offensive. Oh, but they get a 1. Ouch. Oh, Idlib was ready for it. So AR, attack or repulse with a loss, and the whole stack withdraws. Okay. So the armored take a hit. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Okay, and that leadership helped a lot. Now we still have 2 offensives left for the Syrians. I think it might be worth it to just go again. So we got 8. Yeah, we still have 18. So it's 18. So still be a +8, which I think is still going to be worth it to go for it. So we're going to go for it on a +8. Oh no! Oh, that did barely even roll. We just got another attacker repulsed. Okay. Do we just axe the non-loyal unit? Oh, it's a -4 versus losing 3 combat power. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna lose the unit. We got 1 offensive left, and I actually don't want to push there again. So I think we will. We're gonna push against the ISIS again. So 11 against 6. That's a +5 table. Fine with me. They roll a 5 this time. So let's get a defender retreat. Yeah, defender retreats table. So they lose 1 unit. They don't actually have anywhere to retreat to, so they're going to lose. The ISIS is going to lose both units. And that'll be everybody move forward. Probably actually not the best idea. It might have been made more sense to leave at least the weakened brigade back just to keep more ISIS units from spawning there potentially, but it's fine. And then you still have those 2. That's it for offensive. Strategic movement. We're gonna move 1. It's a good yeah, we'll move 1 good defender unit over there just to so that we don't get too screwed up. And now that that's done, adjust cards. We can draw 2 cards. I think we might want to just draw assets and try to finish off in an offensive here. So let's go for it. Your superiority. We've got 2 things to counter aircraft and 1 IED. Huh. Interesting. All right. And then that's not great. That covers the Syrian turn. We move on to the rebel turn. I think first event they're going to use is going to be they're going to use probably both here. First, we're going to use Daesh. Keep putting the asset cards in there. Daesh. So we get to spawn 3 more units, and we will spawn them here in days. Another reason why I should have left it because it's an oil space, which would have been bad. And from there, we will immediately go on the offensive, using that offensive chip to hit there. Oh, 1 was a dummy unit, so nothing good there. And we got 3 attack power hitting into 5, 6, 12 defense. That's not great. That's pretty much just need a 1 to 6. Don't get it. So we got a 4 attacker repulse, so we're gonna lose a unit and head back. Well, dice didn't really help there. we can activate the Kurds and then use the missiles for the Brave to give us a little bit of a boost in a potential attack here somewhere. IEDs is, oh no, IEDs is still in place. Yeah, this is a tough call. I suppose we could use them to go after ISIS, but I don't really even see the point. Oh, let's see here. We got 6. So we beat a -6. Oops, excuse me. We could bump it up to the -2 to -4 using the missiles. Yeah, let's do it. Let's use the Peshmerga. And I don't think there was any counter. No, there's no counter Kurdish thing. So we'll use Peshmerga. And then we'll activate the mobile unit to attack into Raqqa. Attack into Raqqa. Are not going to use any of their things here. There's no reason really to. So Syria, so they're gonna use missiles for the Brave. So they get to roll on that -2 to -4 table. And they roll a 5, which gets an exchange with heavy losses. Not quite as not the full retreat like we wanted, but that's 2 step loss on each. That's good for us overall. So we lose, the Kurdish unit is down, but we don't particularly care about that. Sorry for the Kurds there. We just don't particularly care. And 2 losses over here. I think we'll just lose that unit too. I mean, the Syrians have lost a fair bit of troops, but they also have more to lose. And I think that's going to be it for events. And then we go to check supply. I know that the Free Syrian Army traces supply to Turkey, I believe, but I'm wondering if can they trace it through? Can they trace it up through there? I think they can. I think they can trace it through. Iskander, and let me just double check. Free Syrian supply from Turkey and Jordan. Okay. Yeah. So they are. Idlib is still in supply because they can trace back up to the Turkish supply post there. No. Are they going to? I think they're going to declare a strategic depot, which basically means they can get one op. Effectively, they get one op for movement and one op for offensive without having to deploy a card. It's something you can do, but you can't use any cards for operations points when you do that. Because I don't think there's really any movement we want to do, but I think we might want to try an offensive, maybe towards Latakia. Offensive 8, be attacking with -1, so we'll be attacking with 8, so it would be on the baseline, a pretty standard baseline, but we can deploy the truck bombing for 2 shifts. Now, we don't know what the Syrian player has, and they have 4 asset cards, so we have to assume they have something. But waiting around isn't really going to help us, and this is also for attack only, so I think we need to just go for it. So not really any movement. I mean, we could try to go for no, that's 8 defense with only, nah, it's not worth it. All right, yeah, we're gonna try to go for Latakia because that's an important space. So we're gonna go for it. pushing with everything because the hold and need live doesn't really matter. So we're going to push for Latakia with everything. So, and then we're going to wait. Does the Syrian player use anything? The best they could do is humanitarian corridor, but you know, they can do the math too and see the chances of the what's the word I'm looking for? The rebel player being able to shift enough columns with one card is very unlikely, so they're not going to do anything. Then they're going to use the truck bombing attack. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. They actually have IEDs, huh? I take that back. They are going to use the IED card because that makes sense to make it harder to deal with. So they now have IEDs. Takia. There, -2. So then the Syrians, the rebel player pretty much has to use the truck bombing to have any shot at here. So now they're rolling back to the original -1 to +1 table. So they really want to get that 6, but we'll see what happens. They got a 1. AR, attacker repulsed. Well, see militia take a hit. That's a shame. And back up to the cards. They're gonna grab 3 and 1. There's no reason to do a strategic movement. Oh shoot, they took crap. Yeah, there we go. 3 and 1. Well, they did finally get the Turkish card, which is going to be potentially quite important here, but they don't have much else to do. Oh, hold up a second. I just realized when I used that Peshmerga card before, I should have taken... I would have been able to deploy the other... Oops, the other chip. The other PyWD. Okay, let me redo that combat really quick. Hold up. Because it would have been 12 versus 12. So it would have been on the 1-to-1. Did they deploy something? I can't remember, no. Oh, yeah, these are the missiles. So it would have been 1-to-1 on there. Okay, let me re-roll. Just go with the new result. So they actually got, okay, so DR, defender, retreat. Okay, that makes a difference here. So that's gonna put that unit down again. So there's like a little bit less losses. And they have to retreat. They can't retreat to the ISIS territory, so they're gonna retreat back with, I'm gonna leave one guy there and then one guy there. And the PYD are now in Morocco. Okay. That doesn't really change that much, but it is something. There's less pressure going on here on those forces. That would probably get cleaned up fairly easily otherwise. Okay, I think that's fine. I'll accept that. Anyway, back to that. So they have their 4 cards, and that's going to be the end of turn 3. So now everything gets reshuffled back in, which I'll just do all that off camera, and we'll move on to turn 4 for the next video.